Okay, students, now going to discuss about respiratory system. First one is trachea. About the trachea. Trachea is the windpipe. Trachea is also called windpipe. It transfers the air into the lungs, inhaled air into the lungs. And the wall of the trachea consists of C-shaped incomplete cartilaginous rings. C-shaped incomplete cartilaginous rings, which are made with the hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage is the important. Okay, students, and these are the C-shaped incomplete cartilaginous rings, or these are ventrally completed and incomplete at a dorsal position. Okay, this is length about the 12 centimeter, 12 centimeter, and this is the trachea inner surface. Inner surface of the trachea is lined with pseudo-stratified ciliated epithelium. Pseudo-stratified ciliated epithelium, and another. This is the trachea. Diagrammatic representation shows the respiratory system of the human beings. Okay, and another. This is the section view of the one lung. This is the trachea. Trachea, upper part of the trachea is with the larynx, and upper portion of the larynx is covered with the epiglottis. Epiglottis is the flap-like cartilaginous elastic cartilage structure which prevents the entry of food into the trachea. Okay, students, epiglottis, it is the cartilage of the larynx. Now, students, and in this trachea extend up to the mid-thoracic cavity. Mid-thoracic cavity, it is travels through the neck and mid-thoracic cavity. At the region of the mid-thoracic cavity, the trachea is divided into two branches at the level of the fifth thoracic vertebrae, which are called bronchi, which are called primary bronchi. Primary bronchi entered into the corresponding right and the left lung. Okay, this is the thoracic region, and trachea is divided into two branches at the level of fifth thoracic vertebrae. This is called bronchi, primary bronchi. Primary bronchi entered into the corresponding lung. Okay, students, and under primary bronchi entered into the lung and divided into secondary bronchi. Secondary bronchi divided into tertiary bronchi in the lungs. Secondary bronchi divides into many branches called tertiary bronchi. Tertiary bronchi, each one of the tertiary bronchus. Bronchi is the plural, bronchus is the singular. Each tertiary bronchus divides into many branches which are called primary bronchioles. Primary bronchioles divides into secondary bronchioles. Secondary bronchioles divides into tertiary bronchioles, and tertiary bronchioles divides into terminal bronchioles. Okay, students, these are the terminal bronchioles ends with by the formation of the respiratory bronchioles. Respiratory bronchioles ends with the clusters of the group of the alveolar ducts. Alveolar ducts. Alveolar ducts are open into the alveolar sacs. Open into the alveolar sacs. Each of the alveolar sac is consist thin wall and a bag-like structure. Okay, students, and with much amount of the blood capillaries. Okay, students, and then another bronchi, initial bronchioles with incomplete cartilage rings like a trachea. Another, what about the alveoli? What about the alveoli? Alveoli are the spherical round shaped structures, bag like structures. Okay, these are functional units, more in number in each of the lung. These are act as a functional units of the each lung. Another, these are with many blood capillaries which flows the blood at the time of the flowing of the blood through these blood capillaries. It is the chance for exchange of the gases such as oxygen and the carbon dioxide by the process of the diffusion. Other students, what about the lungs? Lungs. Okay, lungs are present in the thoracic cavity. These occupies most amount of the space in the thoracic cavity. It is these are the lungs are situated in the airtight chamber. Airtight chamber. Another double layered membrane. Double layered membrane that covers the outer surface of the each lung, that is called pleural membrane, which consists squamous epithelium. The space between the two pleural layers, these are the layers, the space between these two layers, there is a fluid, that is called pleural fluid. Pleural fluid protects the lungs from the friction on the lung surface. Okay, students, and another each of the lung also divided into lobes. Okay, right lung has 3 lobes and left lung has 2 lobes. Another, what about the airtight chamber? Lungs are located in the airtight chamber. What about the airtight chamber? Airtight chamber is formed by different body parts. In this, at the lungs region, dorsally it consists vertebrae or vertebral column, and ventrally is with the sternum. Okay, and laterally is with the ribs, and lower part it consists the diaphragm. It is the diaphragm. Okay, students, this is the special arrangement that surrounds the different types of the parts that surrounds the lungs is gives one of the tight airtight chamber. Okay, students, and it is the special arrangement for the lungs is necessary for the exchange of the different gases. Okay, students, and another conducting part. What about the conducting part? Conducting part means from the external nostrils to the terminal bronchioles. Okay, external nostrils are the outside opening parts which helps in receiving the outer atmospheric air into the lungs. From the external nostrils to the terminal bronchioles. Terminal bronchioles opens into the respiratory bronchioles. From the external nostrils to the terminal bronchioles, that is a part of the respiratory system is called conducting part. It helps in conditioning the inhaled air into the body temperature and prevents the entry of the dust particles into the lungs through the air, and helps in humidifying of the air. Okay, students, and transfer the air into the alveoli. This is the conducting part. And what about the exchange part? Exchange part, it is helps in exchange of the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Okay, students, between the blood and the air. In this alveoli and their ducts, alveolar ducts which are called, and these are the places for diffusion. And there is a exchange is possible between two gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. amount of the carbon dioxide present in the blood capillaries of the alveoli, and alveoli are totally filled with the oxygenated air. The amount of the oxygen enters into the blood capillaries in alveoli wall, and the amount of the carbon dioxide present in the blood capillaries of alveoli enters into the lumen of the alveoli. Okay students, this is the exchange is possible through the alveolar membrane, across the alveolar membrane. And another, breathing. What about the breathing? Outer atmospheric air, which consists to 21% of the oxygen, and drawn into the alveoli by the respiratory tract, finally reaches into the alveoli, finally enter into the alveoli of lungs, drawn into alveoli, and rich in carbon dioxide. Already alveoli are totally filled with the carbon dioxide. That is, the carbon dioxide is sent out through the respiratory tract. Okay students, and the diffusion of the gases through the alveolar membrane. Another one, cellular respiration. What is the meaning of the cellular respiration? Cellular respiration, for the oxidation of the food particles, cells are entered into the oxidation. Cells are entered into the catabolic reactions on the food particles, that is produces ATP, carbon dioxide, and the amount of the water. That is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is also called internal respiration. Okay students, that one is the oxygen and the carbon dioxide exchange is possible at the region of the alveoli, and blood is helps in transport of the transport of the oxygen to the body cells or the tissues. Okay, and each one of the cell present in the tissues of the body, that goes to the cellular respiration. This is the oxygen helps in chemical breakdown of the food particles. Okay, at the same time, after the catabolic reaction, after the oxidation of the food particles, it produces ATP and the carbon dioxide and the water. That is called cellular respiration, intercellular cellular respiration. Okay students, this is about the different parts of the respiratory system.